2026 just began, and with that, the biggest moment in modern pop culture shortly follows the Super Bowl. More specifically, the Super Bowl halftime show. From Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake in front of the biggest audience of all time to Janet Jackson's Nipplegate, the halftime show is sure to create a rare shared culture moment. So today, I will reveal the top 10 Super Bowl halftime shows of all time. To rank every show, I made a tier list of every Super Bowl. Being that I look at a Super Bowl halftime show as a Hall of Fame selection, the main factors I used was, did your show do a good job defining your legacy? And was your show entertaining? So some shows that may be your favorite got snubbed if you got the bid to perform too early, hindering the ability to define your legacy. So please keep that in mind before angrily commenting. So without further ado, here's my top 10. Well, before we get into the top 10, we need to talk about the honorable mentions. With the Super Bowl being in San Francisco this year, we gotta talk about the last show in San Francisco, Coldplay's halftime show. From the background design to the Bruno Mars and Beyonce surprise guests, Coldplay's show was both aesthetically and gravitably pleasing. Another honorable mention I have is The Weeknd. Despite battling COVID restrictions, Abel created an amazing halftime show that felt just as big as any other, and was a pivotal moment in launching The Weeknd from star to one of the biggest superstars in the world. Both of these shows were A+. When it comes to halftime shows, even A+, may not even make the top 10. So with the honorable mentions out of the way, here is number 10. When you are a female pop star getting the headline, you need to do something to stand out. And when it comes to standing out, coming out on a freaking tiger would sure as hell do the trick. Between the insane props, the 70 wardrobe changes, and the classic left shark meme, Katy Perry's halftime show was definitely one to always remember. In terms of entertaining through spectacle, few ever did better than Katy Perry. After 9/11, the biggest shared culture moment needed a tribute of some sort, and U2 did an amazing job of doing just that. Despite only performing 3 songs, U2's halftime show, remembering the victims of 9/11 in the background, and the American flag reveal at the end, will remain an integral part of the Super Bowl halftime show lore forever. As the NFL entered its playing it safe era, following the Nipplegate controversies, Bruce Springsteen proved to the world that sometimes a man with a mic could provide all the pizzazz you need. Bruce's energy and stage presence is something that many artists need hundreds of backup dancers and to jump off of buildings to make up for. When the NFL brought on Jay-Z to help pick out the guests, expectations were that the halftime show would finally adequately have hip hop representation. And for Super Bowl 56, boy they did. Before the season even started, the NFL announced a star-studded lineup of Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. Getting the all-hip-hop lineup was one thing, but showing up with an amazing performance was another. And after 4 months of expectations, Dr. Dre and co. sure as hell delivered, with an amazing show that solidified the hip-hop genre as one of the more than deserved future halftime headline considerations. Coming off the Kaepernick protests, the NFL's place in the culture was at an all-time low. Big-name stars like Rihanna and Cardi B were saying no to performing. The NFL was forced to have Maroon 5 headline, which absolutely blew up in their face. The season after the Maroon 5 dullness, the NFL needed something special, and Jennifer Lopez and Shakira sure delivered just that. Between Shakira's surprisingly amazing performance and insane Latino superstar guests, Shakira and J-Lo did a great job representing Hispanic culture. No matter how many documentaries Jennifer Lopez makes complaining about her spotlight getting taken, her halftime show will go down as one of the best ever. When it comes to playing it safe, nobody defines playing it safe like Paul McCartney. The man is the definition of a controversy free superstar with endless hits. He's the type of man who can sit there on a piano and entertain hundreds of millions, which is exactly what he did. His performance of Hey Jude, a song that rarely goes wrong in a live setting, certainly didn't go wrong during the Super Bowl. Sometimes, when coming up with a headline host, not much deep digging has to be done, and Lady Gaga is one of those artists that is a go to for any of these type of events, and she proved the NFL right for selecting her in the first minute with jumping off the roof of the stadium. Lady Gaga made the most of her 14 minutes in a way few others did. She is one of those artists that, despite having the star power, she used none of said star power as an excuse to slack off in the entertainment department. After hearing that Beyonce would headline a halftime show, you knew that the event would be an instant classic. An instant classic it was. From the insane entrance to the Destiny's Child reunion, Beyonce sure put on a show to remember forever. Hell, the performance was so iconic that it shut off the power in the entire stadium. When it comes to iconic shows, few things come to mind more than Prince performing Purple Rain in the rain. As one of the biggest pop stars of all time, Prince definitely did not disappoint. The halftime show depends on the greatest stars in history being on the list of past performers. And to not only have Prince on that list, but to have him on the most iconic halftime show list as well, does the event wonders. Though arguably no other show has meant more than number one. And finally, at number one is the Super Bowl that changed the show forever, that changed the standard of star power needed for the gig, Michael Jackson's halftime show. As I said before, I graded every halftime show based on defining her legacy and entertainment, and with just the first 2 minutes alone, with MJ getting a standing ovation for just standing there still for nearly 2 minutes, Michael Jackson proved that nobody in the entertainment business has a bigger stage presence and that the precedence was set for all halftime shows to come.